Hey guys, it's Coach B. Wiley. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing well. So today is all about Ask B. Wiley. I think I'm gonna do a bunch of these videos for the next few days or so. It's where you ask me your dating, relationship, communication, and breakup questions, and I am gladly to assist you in giving you a quick answer, 10 minutes or less, about your particular situation. If you have a question for me, always email me, inbox me, DM me. Email me, askbwiley at coachbwiley.com. That's always in my description box. Shoot me a DM on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Coach B. Wiley. So the question today, what can I do with my boyfriend not contacting me during our argument and him waiting for me to always be the first or waiting for me to always do the first move to reach out. A lot of these people that write me on Cura, I'm reading this from Cura.com, Quora.com. English is not their first language. So I think that's the case here, and according to their name, yeah, for sure. Okay, so what can I do with my boyfriend not contacting me during our argument and him waiting for me to always be the first one to reach out? Well, what you can do is you can have a conversation with him. I just did a video about arguments and communicating and relationships, all relationships. Well, this is romantically speaking. What you can do is have a communication, have a conversation with them. Like, first of all, like, why are y'all arguing so much? And why is this a thing? Why is this a pattern of yours? Is it that you're used to seeing other people argue and you think that it's healthy? You think that it's normal? And number two, are you arguing about the same thing? And that's the reason why he's really like, it's on her. We keep arguing about the same thing that she keep wanting to argue about. So, hey, F it. When she want to talk to me, she'll reach out. Like, there is a reason. There is a direct reason. Number one, why you're arguing. Get down to the root of that first and figure out how to come up with a solution for why you keep arguing. And then number two, if you're arguing and both parties are uncomfortable, angry, mad, sad, whatever, why don't you have a conversation about why is it that every time we argue, in order for us to start talking again, you always wait on me to reach out. So my question for you is, if you never reach out, is he not going to say anything to you? Is he just done with the relationship? That's my question. So when I'm looking at this more, I'm going to read the question. I always have to read the question more than once or I'll forget. What can I do with my boyfriend not contacting me during our argument? If he doesn't want to talk, another thing is he may not want to talk. You know, a lot of people, it's good when we don't talk when we're angry because you'll say something totally sideways. I remember being at my last job and my supervisor had, or somebody had, I feel like it was her. She said something that really rubbed me the wrong way. And I was, that's me typing at my computer. So I was typing and I didn't send it. I had no intention to send it right then. I said, I typed it out and I was like, I'm gonna come back to it. And I saved it. The next day, I came back to it, I read it, and I deleted it. I was like, I'm so glad I didn't send this. I'm so glad I did not send this. I wasn't being unprofessional, because that's one thing that you can't do is be unprofessional, and this is just a side story. It's like when you're dealing with anyone, you don't want to be angry, because when you're angry, you could bite somebody's head off and not even mean to. So maybe he's not really talking to you, initiating conversation because he's angry, but you don't know because you're not talking. And then when you do reach out to him and you always have to be the first one to do it, I'm sure you're mad. You want to know why you're mad, annoyed, and irritated? Because now you're writing into me like, why is it always on me? Well, girlfriend, first thing you need to do, stop arguing. Go back, look at my video that I just put up this week about how to communicate with your mate versus arguing. Stop it. Look at that video first. Now, well, after you look at this one, then go back. And then get down to the root of it. And then when it comes to talking to each other, when you're in the argument, because you're going to go from arguing, because you shouldn't be arguing to begin with. You need to go from arguing to go to understanding and communicating about what the heck is going on. So do that. And then if he still, let's just say you stop arguing and you listen to my video, then there is no way that he's going to be waiting on you to reach out, because you'll go from arguing to communicating. And then once you do that, there will be no gap. There will be no time lapse in talking to each other, because you keep the communication going and flowing. Okay, so I think that's about it for this question. I thought I was going to go about 10 minutes, but it's pretty simple. It's pretty direct. If you're arguing, if you're watching this and you find yourself arguing, constantly arguing with your mate, why? What is it that is both got y'all all over the place and mad and upset to where you're pointing the finger at each other, you're yelling at each other, and you're angry? You have to get down to the bottom line of that. And then when you do that, you then come up with a resolution versus coming up with another thing to argue about. Arguing is draining. Arguing is unhealthy. I don't care who you saw arguing growing up. I don't care what your friends do. I don't care what you see on TV. That is not how you communicate. Grown up, mature adults with good sense don't argue. They hash out their problems. They listen to each other. They openly communicate. They're honest. They're self-aware. They are able to receive constructive criticism, and they are ready to literally focus on the facts, provide examples and samples of what's triggering them, get down to the trigger so they can be unbothered and untriggered, and then moving and acting accordingly. So if all you're doing is arguing with the person you're with, you need to find out why you with someone you always arguing with, because that's not healthy, it's not appropriate, and it's not what relationships are about. Relationships are about compromise. Relationships are about having open dialogue. Relationships are about being comfortable and vulnerable and open and willing to communicate how you feel about whatever it might be. About them leaving the toilet seat up, about them leaving their socks all over the floor, about that person always expecting you to cook every single night, and about that person never wanting to pull their weight in the relationship. Whatever it is, it's always something in the relationship. But whatever your something is, the best way to get through it is to sit down with each other, have a mature conversation, and work your way through it. All right, guys, Coach B. Wiley here. If you made it here this far, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to do some longer videos going into this year. I'm trying to get to like a 10-minute or less, but this one is, to me, was just straightforward. It was just straightforward. So we stretched it out to about 7-8 minutes. So if you're still here and you like to ask me a question, feel free. askbwiley at coachbwiley.com. Shoot me a Instagram. Shoot me a DM or go on my inbox, email me. Go on Quora if you like, Quora, Quora.com, or you can put it in the comments here. Whatever is clever. Just ask me. I'm here to answer your questions. Dating, relationship, breakup issues. I know some people like for me to do story times where they ask me specific questions about my dating and relationship issues or previous things that I've had. I'm open to all that. Just let me know. That's what I'm here for. And so if you want content like that, let me know so I can do more content. I can do more Ask B. Wileys. I can let you know a little bit more about me behind the scenes, the B behind the B Wiley. So, all right, guys, follow me. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Coach B. Wiley. All right, guys, talk to you later.